Hello and welcome back to Touhoumon World Link Revised. And last part of the last bits of Java that you could do without going through a time gate that takes you 80 years in the past. So, guess that's what I'm gonna do now. What's with this odd door, you ask? This is the time door. If you enter it, you will be warped 80 years into the past. You may enter it if you wish, but I don't care if you can't return. Oh, that pearl. You must have defeated Kira Yamato. Why are you on top of me, old man? Feel free to use the door. But I won't care if you can't return. Oh, that was repeat dialogue. I broke the game. Okay. Lost age of Java. I have no 80 years in the past. Alright, so the guide told me to go east. I appear to not be able to do that right now, so I'm just gonna go the only direction I can go. Mr. Sugiho! Ah, my dream has become famous, world merchant. Anyway, welcome. How may I serve you? I should have plenty of everything, I think. Yeah. Pretty good. You know, I'll have 10 of these. Why not? Plenty of these, right? Yeah, plenty of these. Yeah. Don't think I need to sell anything. Although I could go ahead and check, why not? No idea what this music is either. There's a lot of that in this region. I don't think I need these stones anymore, but I don't want to just get rid of them. Not really have anything else to just throw away. So hopefully I don't run out of bag space anytime soon. Isaac, want to heal Bonica? Sure. Bonica healed. Hey, do you know of a place called Surabaya Rock? It seems you don't know that place right now. It's located further east from here. You should go there. Huh? Do you like Alright, I wasn't expecting to be a random trainer. I realized I just said earlier that I'm supposed to go east and I can't go east. I can go east. This is east. West is the other direction. Don't mind me and my inability to tell directions. Alright, so here I am playing this game again. How about you don't kill me in one hit? Good. The joys of actually being over-leveled compared to the NPCs, that I don't get constantly one-shot by things, is great. It really is. Your name was what now? Here's my gal collection. You may copy them freely. So I am recording this game again. It's been quite a bit since I recorded this. Since the last time I recorded this, it was the Christmas. The Christmas was yesterday. So, you know, that was fun. I got some gifts. That's pretty cool. The cat scratching on the door. Of course she is. No, she's not scratching something. One of them scratching something. It's up here. It says to go east, but this is west. What happens if I keep going west? Rocky area is the best. So, you know, Christmas, pretty neat. I got a couple things. That's always nice. It'll be New Year's in a week, and then it will be 2026. 2025 will be over. What a year 2025 was. My last 2 semesters of college, they happened, and now they are done. So I have to wonder how much longer it'll take me to play through the rest of this post-game. I'm definitely not going to finish it today, but I might be able to get a good enough amount done to where I can finish it next recording session. Who knows? And since I've changed my upload schedule, it is going to be uploaded slightly faster now that it's doing that 3 video rotation rather than absolutely being once every other day. Elegantly flying. What are you doing? Stop! Stop. I have one recording session while the cat's doing this. This is multiple times when I was recording Silent Sinner and Blue last time, but unlike those times where I actually edited it out because I was having to edit those videos anyway, I'm not editing that out. That would require me to edit the whole video and process it again. Blind crash. But yeah, I guess speaking of that, what are you two doing? You may not pass here. You may not pass here. Cool. Alright, so this is where I'm going later. Yeah, I got a couple more of those Silent Sinner and Blue videos done because it's what I recorded the other day. Last thing I recorded. I recorded up to chapter 11, which is the first chapter of volume 2, which means because it started at chapter 0 and I think it goes up to chapter 23, I am halfway done with that series. With my imagination. Your imagination what? Twinsy? Twinsy. It's an orange. I think an orange. It's like a grass type, which means this probably wasn't a good idea, but maybe it's not a grass type. It's not. So yeah, I'm already halfway done with that series, so it shouldn't take me too long to be done with it. Which, you know, makes sense. Going 2 chapters when it only has like 24 in total. About 12 parts. Not that long of a series, although longer than quite a couple other series I've done. A lot I didn't finish. Then last night I finished, basically, because I recorded those days ago. But because of Christmas stuff, I didn't really have time to edit them, and that's what I did last night. I edited them with music. Force of Rainy Day. And I still need to make thumbnails for a bunch of them. Those stupid, goofy thumbnails that I make where I just take a bunch of screenshots and put them together on one page. I used to do that a lot with some of my older cover videos. Like, I did that for a couple of the Odyssey Eurobeat covers. Then the one video I did for On's theme, just a bunch of pictures of the characters from different sources pasted together on one image. Because, you know, I didn't have any gameplay footage back then, so I needed to be creative with what I was putting in the background. Now I'm doing it again. These Silent Sinner Blue thumbnails, just everything funny that could be found on the thumbnail, on the chapters. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Silent Sinner and Blue here because that's what the point of those videos are, but yeah, the best part is easily the art, and that's the case for like every Touhoumon manga anyway. But I don't remember how much the other Touhoumon mangas do this, but it's when Silent Sinner and Blue has a lot of funny faces. What are you doing? Making noises, Oren? Guten Morgen. That's German for something. Last Destiny. That's an eco. It's probably going to absorb my thunderbolts, so I will use an energy light. Yeah, I've been enjoying doing the Silent Sinner and Blue videos, even if they do require a bit more, like, having to do more than these other videos where I just have to record them, because for those I have to go back and edit music in and then make a custom thumbnail that's not just, you know, a screenshot with sprites and a logo added onto it. I don't know if I end up doing this. What I could do is, once I finish Silent Sinner and Blue, I could read Inaba of the Moon and Inaba of the Earth, which is the only Touhoumon manga I haven't read, because A, people can't decide whether it's actually canon or not, because apparently Zun approved it but didn't write it or something, and then it's the only like proof in the games it has that it's canon is like it gets something that happened in it got mentioned in a fighting game, which is Those games are made by fans anyway, so it could have been just something slipped in. That's the main reason. Hello, I'm Renzan. Who are you? So you're a trainer too? I'm searching for the fabled Exponica. I must continue my search for them. May we meet again, Gorinko. It's the main reason I've never read it, is because I don't even know if it's canon or not. And the other reason I never read it is because most of what I've heard about it is it sounds like it's the Table is Racing manga, and that doesn't sound like it'd be a very enjoyable thing to read. Where am I? This cave is the nest of two last words. Only those who have authorization from the admins of AO Indonesia may enter. To enter this cave, you must beat the administrator trio of AO Indonesia. They can be found further east from here. Alright, so that's what I gotta do. But since I'm already making videos where I, like, read through mangas and stuff, I don't know. I think it could be neat if I did a series on that, because unlike Silent Sinner and Blue, which I'm rereading again, so I remember most of it, I just don't remember certain details. I've never read this, so could be an interesting thing to read. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe not. I guess another thing to mention is this series is gonna end pretty soon, so I don't know if I'm gonna replace it with something or only upload 2 things for a while. Who knows? I got some gift cards for Christmas. What I could do is maybe go on Steam and see if there's a couple Touhoumon games I might want to buy and make a series out of. I don't know. Maybe. Something for future me to decide. Don't faint. I still have GM games as something in the back because I could continue doing. I've stopped doing that for now. I might go back to it later. I don't know. Esper Squad invasion just began. Fun has just begun. Right, I think the last recording of this game was before... Yeah, the last time I recorded this game, I think that was before I even started recording the Silent Sinner and Blue things at all, right? Because I think there's a part in one of those recordings that I haven't even uploaded yet, where I, like Racing 2 shows up, and I contemplate whether I'm even going to start doing that. And I've already recorded like half the series. Isn't it funny how these recordings work? I'll talk about something in a video, and then by the time it gets uploaded, what I just said is like 2 weeks out of date. Magistones. The Magistones, Luigi? Yes. Oh, Mario. Yeah, doing the stupid Mario Brothers voices for while reading the dialogue for those two. It's definitely more. What noise was that? It's making noises. Sounded like a key or something. Conscioli? Desynchronize. Yeah, it makes reading those chapters more enjoyable for myself, because, you know, those two aren't exactly the most exciting characters in the world. The Racing 2's there. He's enjoyable enough, I guess. Yeah, rereading that Silent Sinner Blue is reminding me that my biggest problem I have with Racing 2 is just that I was kind of hoping she'd end up doing more, and then she didn't. And she doesn't really exist outside of that manga. And I've just lost potential of the character, you know? Although I can guess you could say that about pretty much every Moon Rabbit that isn't racing, because think I've said this a couple times now. Zun doesn't write non-Vabbits very well. Alright. These stupid things. I see their name and they make me think they're Tenchi. But they're like these little sunflower berry things. Okay. You have a giant flower, but I guess you're not grass type. Just have a giant flower. I love Pokemon sometimes. Yeah, but I got a giant flower, but I'm not grass type. No, I resist ice. That's what it means to be. Have a giant flower, yes. Yeah, we'll see as how the rest of the story goes, because I don't remember much of it. But yeah, definitely my biggest problem with Silent Sinner and Blue, from what I'm rereading, is that, and I've mentioned it a couple times while reading, is that Reimu is kind of just, she feels like a video game main character. She's just like, this person told me to do this, so I'm doing it now. Why am I doing it? And I'll grumble a bit, but I'll end up doing it anyway. It's like, why? Yukari told me to train. Don't know why. She won't explain anything to me, but I'm gonna do it now anyway. And then Remilia needs me to go to the moon, and I'm just humoring her because why not, I guess? It's just like, this is the same character who will take weeks to fucking do her job of, like, solving an incident. Like, that's what she's supposed to do. And she still takes forever to fucking do it sometimes. These are things she doesn't have to do at all. And she's just doing it because people asked her to, and it's like, I don't understand what Rain was even here for, other than the plot needs her to continue on. Oh no, this was earlier on when Reimu wasn't as established as a character. You know, this later manga kind of gave her a lot more characterization. But yeah, she's not much in the story, she's just kind of there. She'll occasionally drop some, like, one-liners about how annoyed she is, but she's kind of just, yep, I'm gonna summon these gods now. And then don't even get me started about her giant exposition dump about, like, fucking just taking on the personalities of gods or whatever. All these things that don't matter, because all this stuff Rainbow does where she channels gods, she never does again. Well, I guess she kind of does, but mainly the same way like Sanai does. She does, like, rituals and stuff. She never, like, summons them in the middle of fucking battle. Whatever. That's gonna murder me. So it's been 18 minutes here. Nothing of note has really happened. I'd like to at least fight an important trainer before the end of this, so I don't have to make another generic thumbnail of, well, I went through this route, here's a couple Pokemon that showed up. It's like half the thumbnails in this series, I swear. Where's my psychic type? Here it is. I wonder how much Toby Fox likes Silent Sinner and Blue. Considering it's the only thing Ron is relevant in until Touhoumon 19. I guess speaking of that, apparently there was an Deltarune newsletter or something? There's another one of those. Anything happen in them? I don't know. I've normally been somewhat keeping up with that stuff ever since I got caught back in the hype train a couple months before the new chapters came out, but I don't know, none of the channels I normally watch have talked about it, so prepare for trouble. You were supposed to say and make it double. Fucking failure of an NPC. Remember and enhance reloaded. they just had Team Rocket there. Because I guess they were there in yellow, although whether or not they did the same thing they did in that game, they did yellow, I don't know. I was about to say, because I've never played yellow, but that's actually false. I have played yellow. It was, Nintendo 3DS eShop. I got yellow. I don't remember how far I got into the game. It was nowhere near the end. But it was far enough to where I had a full team. It was, Poopachu, because you can't get rid of Pikachu. Of course you are, why would you not? Yeah, I need to get Aki out of here, because I'm pretty sure Satsuki's a fire type. Like Psychic Fire or something. Which means you also need to get out of here. And then I had the 3 starters, because you could get the 3 starters in yellow. That was like one of the main advantages of using yellow. That did almost half my health bar and was not very effective. But that also killed Utsuho. Because I guess that was a recoil move. Did that, like... I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Weren't you near full health? Because I don't remember attacking you at all. I don't know. Maybe you weren't. It's great. It's great. I brought these 2 out to deal with you, and then immediately you just use, yeah. I'm really sick of Intimidate Pokemon in double battles. They're just fucking annoying. And this game just loves to use them for some reason. I don't know why. It's just really fucking annoying having to constantly deal with Intimidate over and over again. Why are you dead? Why am I dead? Why is Satsuki dead? What the hell just happened? What is going on? I'm completely... Oh, yeah, now everyone's getting EXP because I had to use like 10 people here. And now Sarah Gamar's gonna come out. I don't know what just happened. What is this double battle? I don't understand. And of course you immediately use a psychic type, okay. I have no idea what I was just talking about. That completely killed any sense of cohesion in my mind. It's gone. Whatever I was talking about is completely gone. Sugar Conroy started playing Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver the other day. That's pretty neat. Because I like these Pokemon and stuff. So now we're at a point where... Gonna say something? It'll take 5 minutes for me to get to the dialogue. How many times has it happened in this series? I'm about to say something, but I need to stop because I read dialogue. That was a lot. Nice aerial attack. Nice performance. What happened in this series or Fantasy Maiden Wars more? Probably this series, because Fantasy Maiden Wars I can normally prepare more for when I'm about to have to read dialogue, where this is just like, oh, the guy's dead now, I guess I can either stop and read the dialogue for winning. Now that's neat. So, Shaka Conroy's playing Pokemon, Nintendo Capri Sun's playing Plants vs. Zombies, and the Runaway guys are playing Mario Party. It's quite a time. I legitimately can't remember the last time. In fact, was there ever a time where all 3 things were happening at the same time? Probably not. That's neat. It gives me mini daily content to watch. Although sometimes I have so much daily content to watch that it gets overwhelming. If you want anything to happen, game, that'd be great. Do something more. Like, I went 80 years into the past and nothing of note has happened, despite the fact that I just went 80 years in the past. Think some cool stuff be happening, but no, apparently not. I am on fire. Let's battle. You might want to go. You might want to stop, drop, and roll, dude. Not teach you that in elementary school. How's that meme go? Like, I have not. Where it's like I have not been offered drugs by strangers as nearly as many times as the public education system told me I would. I combine that with I have not been randomly set on fire and having the need to stop, drop, and roll nearly as much as elementary school implied that I would. That reminded me of this time. I don't remember what grade I was in. It was like between like it was between like pre-kindergarten and like first grade or something. They were having it was during one of the like presidential elections. And they like had our class do like a little mock election. I don't remember which one I voted for, but that was a thing they did. Wasted energy 98%. Okay, dude. Again, on fire, that's not good. Dying, burning to death is a very terrible way to die. I wouldn't recommend you do it, so I recommend you stop yourself in any way you can. So when it comes to editing the music for Silent Sinner Blue videos, most of it has just been normal Touhoumon music. And because of that, I haven't felt the need to, like, put the music in the description, because that's a pain in the ass sometimes, it really is. But I have branched out a bit with some of the previous videos. Anyone still confused? Your name is Sakis. I've used some Lennon music, and I've used some Kevin MacLeod music. But I'm still not putting the music in the description. Too much work. Find every single piece of music I did and find a link for it. It's just like, it's fine. It's fine. Just know if it's in that series, it's probably Touhoumon or Lennon or Kevin MacLeod, something like that. Until I inevitably change my mind in a future part. I don't know. I almost killed you. Close combat. Kagro is dead. Yep. Now you got no defenses. Feel proud of yourself? You may have killed my wolf, but at what personal cost to you? It'll be a really stupid idea for a series. Impossible spell card. That's such a bad idea. Yes, I'm the fighting type that doesn't take damage to fighting types attack. Yeah, get fucked. Jackass. Oh, look at me, I'm gonna hit a bunch of fighting type moves, and I'm not weak to say, and then I am immune to psychic, because of course I am. Be a really stupid idea for a series, wouldn't it? But you know, if I start buying a couple Touhoumon games on Steam, maybe. Experiment a bit with some stupid ideas. I'm the one who confused. Try to have a bit of fun here in this last stretch of time while I have free time before eventually I have to do stuff. Then I may never have free time again. How sad. You know what else is sad? It's 30 minutes and nothing has happened. How has nothing happened? Yeah, let's go back in time and then have absolutely nothing happen for like an hour. Imagine if Back to the Future happened like that. Marty goes back to the past and then he spends like 30 minutes of screen time. Like, he ends up in desert somehow, don't question it, and it takes him like 30 minutes to walk to town, and you just have to, that's part of the movie. That's what's happening here. Show me your idol decks. No. You keep going here, even though it's already at 30 minutes. So hopefully something happens here. How does Faith do against Dark? I don't remember. Quiver Dance. Yep. Really wishing I had those priority moves sometimes. It's in reference to what I said in the previous part that I uploaded before recording, where I said something like to that effect. Last thing I uploaded was the part where I caught Tenchi and the other three. Sakuya! When I think Sakuya, I think knife, and when I think knife, I think steel, which means should mean dive fire punch, yes. That scene with Aaron was confusing. She was talking to Paxley, and then she brought like a fucking arrow with a bow on it, acting like she was about to stab her or something. And then she just didn't. Very weird scene that was. And Mei Ling did not have a great time in that series, did she? Like the SDM, the like main character in that was Mei Ling doing that. Well, she had a really small depiction of herself in front of the gate, next to a bunch of other characters, in a panel where people were walking in, and then Aaron, like, alluded to beating her up. And that's what Mei Ling did. It's like, man. Just fucking talk about the Chang'e Chinese space program or whatever, and you don't even let the Chinese character do anything. Touho's so fucking silly. Oh, the reason why the Chinese space station was a threat to the Lunarians or something is because it was named something that was related to them, and that makes it worse or something. Touho's so fucking stupid sometimes. Oh, a passing through trainer. Well, you see, Aaron, the moon is directly above the clouds. So, that means all I have to do is make a rocket that'll go directly above the clouds. I still don't understand what the hell's going on with the SDM. It was funny because I complained about this when I was in Fantasy Maiden Wars, or at one point, what can I even use against this thing? I don't know, maybe I can punch it. At one point, Saki is like, I don't know what the walkie-talkie is. And then later on, Patchley was like, well, you see, there's this thing they do in the outside world. And I just went, why does the game act like they're not from the outside world? It's like, apparently this is a thing they do in Canon 2. Where they're from the outside world, but they don't know things that they should. Like the space program, you know, that thing that happened many, many decades ago, despite them being the outside world that entire time, they didn't know about it. Because I guess they were living in a mountain with no outside contact. Like, I guess that's what they were doing. I mean, I guess they don't exactly have any modern technology in their house. Of course you have Intimidate. Well, I'm guessing they were just extremely isolated from everything. And Patchouli Knowledge, the character that wants to gain knowledge, she doesn't know any knowledge about the current outside world, I guess. She doesn't know the moon is not directly above the clouds. Like, okay. Right, sure. Sure. Okay, we're reaching 40 minutes here. Can I get some inclination that something's about to happen, please? Like, this fucking route just keeps going. Prepare for lose. Uh-huh. Why are you a trainer? He's a completely optional guy in the corner where if you talk to him, you have to fight him. 3 Pokemon here. I fucking get it. Like, God, I get it. Uh-huh. Can we end this route, please? Nope, we're still going. This is a tragedy. Yeah, it is, kid. Here you go. I don't like doing this too much, but like, come on. Nothing has happened this entire part. I'm sick of dealing with you people. Uh-huh. We reaching the end of the route now? No? No, we're not. It's funny because like the guide is not that long, because its entire thing is like everything I've done for the past like 40 minutes was like one line in the guide. We're still fucking going here. I am handsome. Even I am a girl. Teehee. Amara. Medicine. Why am I fucking dead? Why the fuck am I dead? You know, when I played Enhanced Reloaded, by the time I got to Johto, they changed the battle music to this. But, you know, and this is like, I've been listening to this battle theme for probably hours, if you compare it, like, all the footage. Are you another trainer? Or can I heal? Hi, I am Tora. Beside becoming Botanica trainer, I am also developing natural remedy for Bonica. Do you want to heal your Bonica? Yes! Yup, Bonica healed. Okay, come here if you want heal or battle with me. Where am I? There's just more fucking trainers! That's a new Rainbow. That's an attack Rainbow. Yeah, sorry that I'm doing this, but I really want this route to be over. And it just keeps going, and I don't know why. Like, I'm supposed to battle the 4 Mega guys, or whatever. That's the next thing on the agenda. Okay, there's like a tower over here. There seems to be something of somewhat importance over here. So I'm going to battle all these nobodies in the corner, and then we can deal with that. I'm dead, because I'm always dead. Why are you dead? I don't fucking know. Hell, he's a fighting type. Crashing down. Yeah, you're a battle girl. I should have figured you had a bunch of fighting types and not thrown out my steel type. Hindsight, that should have been the answer, but I'm almost 40 minutes into this recording and I want it to end. This guy talks about battling him, but you can't battle him because it's not an option. Alright, you. Yeah? That's not a cat. It's a wolf. You think your wolf's a cat? Not heard the fox song? He tells you all the noises the animals make. Now listen. Korra, the legend of it. It's a sequel to the Avatar Last Airbender show. It's apparently good, but I've never watched it because the only thing I've watched is the terrible M. Night Shyamalan movie. And Legend of Korra is apparently a sequel show to that some people like and some people don't, from what I know. Alright, there's a giant pyramid here, so I'm going to assume that means when I start the next episode, something of remote interest will happen after I traveled 80 years in the past. But who knows? That's all for this, bye.